This is for those who watch the sun draw on their eyelids, who keep them shut to see messages of light. Shape and colour collude with one another, scribbled galactic secrets send a flicker and flash. A fractured diagram of consciousness, our fractal neurons mimicked drawings in the darkness of the mind. I'm in a hospital, though I think it's a spaceship. A choice must be made. 3 options stand. Just permit a needle to slide through your veins, go to sleep with the faithful and await rescue. Option 2. Step onto the spaceship and the adventure of a new world. Hurtle into a vast story of endless seeking to find your true self, an unbridled extraterrestrial entity. The 3rd way is to stay. Try to salvage a world drained of life. Struggle for air to breathe as you huddle together with all that is wholesome and try and coordinate a revival. The way is not linear. Multiple choices play out in tandem scenes, transition with an intense urgency, oscillate and transfer meaning like chameleon. I meet dark-eyed friends in scrubs whose pupils dilate at my every seismic thought. The heavily lit corridors never lead to clarity. Angular lines of light pierce closed eyes. Impressions of a science fiction set fix themselves to a waking dream. I sink deeper into a hard floor, through it to floating, trying to surrender. Andromeda is awaiting silence. Heralding dusk over the Milky Way, listen for the battle drums of a spiral homogeny, strain for the fanfare of a princess bride arriving. Andromeda, the advancing enemy or our total completion. This cartwheeling encounter forecast beyond the realms of meaning, God's second coming, a new ground of being, yes, and a love story fit for dragons. The moment we lay down our galactic identity, is Andromeda fleeing a monster? The Milky Way its saviour, offering variety, the essence of life? Or instead, is our neighbour an oppressive colonial galaxy? On a quest for more stars as she dries up, we, the damsel in distress, awaiting Perseus. Stars cannot keep still. This inevitable collision is risky theatre. One day, without an audience, a dance will occur. Or is it a fight? Out of trauma growth, a loop of promise. A new name at stake, elliptical, no disc. The future shape eludes us. Take the tiny increments of change. Charging through the timeline of creation, swirling galaxies shaping an expanding universe. Past birth pains of first sun. Long lunges in time to life emerging. Humanity just a needle prick in this story. In linear sense, we are a flash in the pan, a speck in a dust bowl. Yet in breadth, the magnitude of lives lived positions humanity as the second Big Bang. Endless industry, rumination and reimagining, cultures, wars and cures, romance, betrayals and collapse. A perpendicular explosion off the scale of big history. Road sign reads, free recovery, await rescue. I don't know how to stop. Frenetically, I stumble into the epic story of an invisible watchmaker. Connected the patterns of your iris with a blueprint to the brain and that with a map of the galaxy with which I will find you again. Pacing at the threshold of answers, hitting out at caring hands that will never comprehend how little I trust them. This is larger than any routine checkup. I will not get in that wheelchair to feel its rigid embrace. I walk the corridors. The rock of my reality shaken. Fissures rush to sabotage syntax. Finally, I agree to lie down on the bed under the laser to be killed. Astronaut, which way is home? Emerald lover, now cloistered in the great silence, what direction will you go? For Earth is the origin of all life everywhere. We are an epic story, read by future ancestors from other planets, distant cousins who played the catapult game from outpost to another through galaxies, the ripple effect ever after, like new pathways flashing in an expanding brain. The way the coloured stage beams, rapid strobe, holds the smoke. A blanket, formed to hush the insistent wind of a harsh world. There will be a day when the warm drugs of basement clubs turn cold. All the euphoria transformed into collective dread. Canticles of ecstasy to hymns of desolation. Astronaut, you have nowhere to hide. Floating away from your heart, where every thought had a place. Forgotten the bliss of an evening glass charged with gold. Far from skin's touch and the suspense of another's gaze. Aborted meaning with weightlessness. Cold zodiacal light sweeps the stage through ice and dust. Oh, astronaut, you were once a baby. Connected, not lonely. Andromeda is a watching angel. The very curvature of the earth has become a screen. Aliens who were once my friends monitor every thought tremor. Shrinking back to earth, sitting by diminishing campfire in the growing cold, the coded message of feet brushes past. I can't remember what the signal means or how to make things better. Back through the strife and leaps of evolution to nothing, a mean small nothing, a lurid game of leapfrog spins backwards in double time, a kaleidoscope in reverse, all squirming and head throbs, a manic jostle without oxygen, me truly alone, one impotent planet hanging in the great gulf of emptiness. This stencil existence, the longing for a line to follow, a dot-to-dot dichotomy. I watch the barrel and arms of a spiral galaxy in the kitchen sink. Coffee granules as cosmic dust swirl and disappear. Yes, I live in a small world, no longer generous-hearted. God now an alien, shaking in the mornings. I have a soul that resonates on the frequency of a guitar solo, teeters above and below the hairline quiver of each string. Memory scrambled, and attention span of a fish. Adrift in the deep sea of unknowing, sinking underwater feeling synapses under siege. Unbridled dopamine now broken in. Mining for meaning on the dark side of the moon, seeking simple faith. A trust in goodness. Astronaut, won't you start dancing? Find that roots of rhythm remain. Under your suit encoded sinew sings. Infinite regression unleashes a whirling dervish. Your small self dissolves in eccentric orbit. You let your body grow into the music, give everything. Join a larger dance where love dances with hate. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. History and art reaching slowly for harmony out of the murky misery of memory. Light dashes free for another skirmish. When all that rises up converge, in evolution may we find breath. This, the omega point. The lyrics climb from the song as personal rebuke. Everything is addressed to me. Fat archangel pumped with love. Greedy for that generous force, I am inescapable, inevitable doom, perennial as carbon, a stranger in the world. I go running through tunnels, I run past the sweet smell of graffiti paint, pound over ego written in silver. The recurring nightmare of my youth had no storyline. It was all sensation, frantic colour squeeze, head tight and breathless. I keep running through tunnels. Another artist sprays the word, it's bad luck. The birds tell me I'm breaking something. At the coalface, those who insist life is beautiful resist the onslaught of practical matters. They bathe in rational complexity like it's a hot spring, suffer like canaries in the underground darkness of war, displaced creatures offering warning to a toxic world. Humans binded by DNA, animals and plant life tangled together by strands of other, coiled information passed lover to lover. We are children of the soil, though dirt is not parentless. Mud has an origin. How far back should we go in our cosmic lineage? To the Russian asteroid? The scale of intergalactic connectedness is unmercifully huge. Space photography casts its net over silent places, never been touched phases of beauty. Boils on the face of the universe like mountains used to be before. You referenced the gap in my brain, which sits in the middle of chaos and order. The substance in between has the quality of the whole, which we ignore. Mist replaces mist in fresh confusion. All of us gradually go in tornado, spiralling in a ritual of evaporation until we induce a birthing of something ordinary. This is the massive small of universal truths. My brain has contoured habitual hallucinations I do not wish to break, meaning shared beyond isolated. I am not the limit. Tears, tethered to tears, take the route most travelled on a stretched and weary face. Let's rejoice in the wet helium of unstoppable grace. Ladders leading to ladders, down to mud, down to something vital. That essence shared, walking through the valley, eavesdropping a glut of languages, all mouthing a word like love. Daily, I bemoan my loss of flow, flail for synchronicity. I whimper and rock on repeats. Stomp and shake my feet. Ask, how did it get to this? Where is my escape route? Where is rest? I drizzle down corridors, repeating I can't cope over and over again. My inverted mantra that makes me smaller, like I expect the world to stop, surprised that it is not. This wisdom of presence lost to my gift of mind. Light stretched too thin in these cosmic structures, looking in the mirror, changing faces. Myself won't shatter or get off my back. Hear a voice saying, madder, madder, madder. Astronaut, don't be so harsh on yourself. Testing reality relentlessly. Stars reflect off your helmet's visor. Silver and blue explosions. The chemical composition of your tears melts through the armour of your spacesuit. You are an experiment in the spaciousness of infinity. Seek relatedness as your breastplate. The two-pronged rebuke pierces your side. Blood and water weigh less out here. Andromeda is a Russian embrace. To save this schizophrenic heart, transcribe a year of tears. A lexicon of grief sweeps for sense, swings to empty. All stories dismantled, translated as none. The world regurgitates 100 hidden histories, unheard, unearthed, and parade the night. Hope is dawning over the embers of anguish. I became a primordial galaxy, a cloud of gas where I met God's shadow, epoch of dark halos, each one mine to try on. Cosmology as disobedient as gravity. I wrestle the self like Jacob wrestled God. For I do not know what I want to change. I fumble every time I begin a heavenly arm lock. This talk of better is hard to manifest from misery. Yet I will come out wounded, nursing new stars, destiny changed. Ideas like universal love, harder to believe, yet never as pertinent. In moments an experience irrefutable. Presence pulsating radially, a giant stellar stream of longing, so much opposed yet still joined, dark lanes connecting an island universe. Astronauts, let me whisper to you. The way the pillow talks at night. No words heard, just urgency. The sound of stars running away, secrets escaping, instructions on the reassembling of self. Let me whisper to you of essential rock, the lichen green freshness of air. Do not forget the lovely dance of water. Let me whisper to you an echo, twists and scars on a beech tree, the bristle and scent of moorland heather, beaded glimpses of huddled grain, poised on a leaf, spider's web, on the wings of a moth. This is a love story that breaks through illness, that continues to hope. The narrative cannot end in isolation and despair, nor resist the pull of surging complexity and the scale of beauty found there. The rocks are waveless and dancing. Remnants of faith linger like dust, a form of madness keeping life in my veins.